Hello guys, welcome to Code Blitz. Today we are going to develop a simple multiplication table app in our Android Studio. So let's begin. So for that we will create a new project. I will go to File, New Project. I will select here a empty activity. I will click Next. We have to give the name to our activity. So I will give it as multiplication table. I will click Finish. Now the Gradle build will take some time to complete its work. The Gradle build has been finished, so let's begin. So I will delete this hello world. Okay, delete the hello world. So let's delete it by here constraint layout below. Then I will bring here a text view. Okay, I will assign an ID to text view. It is very important. I will assign it text view 1 refractor. So what we have to display in the text. So I will write here text. In text I will write enter the table number. I will write enter the table number. Okay, so now let's select a few attributes like text size. Select text and then text size. The text size we will select is at 30 sp. Okay, now just select some more attributes like text style. Write a text style. I will select text style as bold and italic. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so now we have to take the input from the user that which table it want. So for that, for taking input we have to select edit text. So which type of text we have to, so password, no, it is not. Do we have to take the input as email? No. So we have to take the input as number. So we will select number and I will drag it to the screen. Okay, now to help the user understand, we will use an attribute like hint. Okay, now hint, we will write here enter the number. Okay, enter the number. We will select text size. Text size 24 sp. Okay, then text style. Text style we will select bold, normal. Okay, text style bold and normal. Enter the table. Okay, now we will need a button. So I will take a button. We will drag the button here. Okay, just don't forget to change the ID. So I will write here ed1, that is edit text 1. I will refactor it. It has ID tv1. Now button, I will give the button ID that is bt1. You can give it whatever you want. And the text I will clean up and I will write here some submit. Okay, enter. I will keep it here. Now to display the output we need a text view. Always remember, for displaying the output is always displaying text view and in the format of string. So I will give the ID at tv2, that is text view 2. I will refactor it. Now we have to constraint it. So I will constraint it upward, then left, right. The constraint, it is nothing but we have to just tie the blocks to the walls by the springs. So I will then, okay, so now let's constraint it. Yeah, let's tie it here. Let's bring it down. Okay, take it here, then take this here. Okay, now we also have a text view. Bring it in the middle and then yeah, let's take it here. Bring it down. Okay, that looks fine. So now we will also add a background to our XML layout. For adding background, I will go to my desktop screen. I have downloaded a background image, so I will just copy it. I will come to my XML layout, to my project, and now I will go to the resource. I will left click it, and I will go to the drawable. I will right click the drawable and I will paste it. So just OK, and we have to refactor it. And again I will right click the drawable. I will go to paste and we have to select the alternative option, and then I will again OK. We have to refactor it. Okay, now the image has been pasted. You can see that in your drawable. See background too. So now we have to set the background. So I will split the design. Whatever we have done till now, you can also do it in this XML page. But to just reduce the complexity and to make your job easier, we can use drag and drop option. So now to select the background, I will come at the top in constant layout. I will use the attribute background right here, background. Then we will write @. Now the file is stored in drawable, so I will write here drawable, and you can see that you can find your image here. Now the background has been applied. So all the designing part has been over. Now we have to do the Java part. Okay, so let's go. So let's go to the main activity.java. The first thing which we have to do is whatever we need a number from here, we have to submit the result, and whatever we have done in XML, we have to give the provide logic behind each and everything. So for that we have to take its IDs to the Java page. So for that I will write here, we have to use edit text, so I will write edit text, enter, and let's give it name edit text. Okay, we had also used a button, so I will write here button. Now we have also used text view. Now remember, we only need a text view to display our output, so one text view is enough, so we will just give it name text view. Okay, now we have to use the method called find view by ID. This we have to use this method every time in our each and every project. So I will write here edit text equal to edit text equal to method that is find view by ID r.id. Now what is the ID we had given to the edit text? The ID we had given to the edit text was ed1. So we will write here r.id.ed1. Again, let's go to the button. So button equal to button, then we have to write find view by ID r.id. The ID which we have assigned to the button was bt1. Okay, now text view. So text view equal to text view find view by ID r.id. Now the text view which we are going to use is only the output text, that is text view 2. So the ID of text view 2 is tv2. Now this text view is we are going to use for displaying the output. So I will write r.id.tv2. Okay, now when we go to the XML page, what we have to do is we have to take the input from the user, and when we press the submit button, the table will be displayed in our text view 2. So we have to provide some functionality to the submit button, that we have to provide a on-click listener to it. So I will write here button dot set on-click listener then I will write new view, enter. Okay, new view, enter. Now we have to take the input from the edit text. So what I will write is, the input we will take in the form of string only. So string number is equal to edit text dot get text dot to string. But as we have to perform the operation for multiplication table, so we have to convert that number, the string number, into integer type. So for converting, I will take here integer n equal to, we will use the method that is parse. So I will use integer dot parse int, and we will write here number. Okay, so the string number has been successfully converted into integer number. So now we have to define a string result to display the output, that is string result. Okay, now let's assign the null value to the result, that is we will write result is equal to null. Now you can write null by this method also. Now to display the table, we will use a for loop. So we will write for int initialization, so I equal to 1, then I will give a condition, that is I greater than equal to 10, and I incrementing it, I plus plus. So the loop will run 10 times. So what we will display here is that result plus equal to, so first of all we have to display it n into, so I will write n plus some space, then I will write plus, then into, let me complete writing part, then I will explain it to you, don't worry. Then plus, I will write here I plus some space n into I, again plus, then we will write here equal to, then plus, equal to, leave some space, then plus, n equal to, that will be n into I, again plus. We will go to the next line by using slash n. So what we have written is that, now suppose the user enter here number 5, enter the number 5, so the value of n will be equal to 5. So for the first iteration of the loop, for the condition I is equal to 1, the value of n will be equal to 5. So 5 into, this is for into, 5 into I, for 5 into I means 5 into 1, 5 into 1 will be equal to 5 into 1, that is 5. So the result will be equal to 5, that will be shown in our text view. Then again for second iteration, the value of n will be 5 and I will be incremented by 1, so I will be equal to 2, that is 5 into 2 is equal to 5 into 2, that is equal to 10. So we have to display it in the form of string, so we are displaying it like that. So now let's display the result. So the result we have to display in this text view, that is text view 2. The name which we have given to the text view 2 is text view. So I will write here, that is text view dot set text. For getting the text, we had used get text method, and for setting the text we will use set text, and we have to write here what we have to set, that is nothing but result. Okay, so we have completed the coding part. So let's see whether our app is run or not. So I will click run. Okay, so my emulator has completed. So let's see. So let's enter here some number. I will enter, let's see, 45, and I will click here submit. Okay, so the 45 table has been shown. Now you can see the text size is very small. So what we will do is I will come here to this text and then I will go here to text size. I will increase the size. I will increase it as 18 sp. Okay, and let's bring it some here. Okay, 18 sp. Wrap content. You can adjust the design as you want. Yeah. Now once we have done with the design, I will go to my emulator and I will run it. It will take some time. So we will enter the number, anything you want. Let's enter 10. Submit. Yeah. Now this looks pretty good. Okay. So if you have liked the video, please do subscribe and hit like. If you have any suggestion, then do comment. Thank you.